Alright, today I've got another money-making method for you this time. Alright, so we all know the Oskareow money-making methods. They are unanimous with the community, alright? I've been doing them for like a month or so now, and they all do really well as videos. But there is a dark side to the money-making methods. You all know the bazaar flipping, the auction flipping, the investment methods, but there are other money-making methods that we are going to talk about today. Okay, and there's one insane money-making method that I've been abusing for weeks, but I have not told anyone. But today I'm gonna spill the tea, alright? This is, no joke, the ultimate money-making method. But let's start at the beginning. So, it was midnight, and I just came across this small YouTuber named Bobby. He had around 70 subscribers when I found him. And he was releasing these money-making methods. These money-making methods would get 1,000 views, which is a lot of views in its own right. But for a channel with around 70 subs, that's pretty insane. Now, I was releasing Hypixel Skyblock content. I had around like 100 subs at that point. I was bigger than him. And I mean, I was getting 30 views in a day on each video, and I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't really satisfying me when I was spending hours of effort on each video as I edited them highly. So when I came across this money-making methods, I thought, oh my gosh, now's my chance. I'm gonna take this. So that night I stayed up till 2:30 a.m. making 3 money-making methods that I scheduled throughout the night, and then I woke up in the next morning and I found that the enchanted grilled pork money-making method had 1,000 views, and that was the start of something incredible. Alright, so after the success of the first 3 money-making methods, I knew, again, this was my chance. So I banged out money-making methods. I'd make 2, 3 per day, schedule upload them at times during the night, wake up in the morning with hundreds and hundreds of views, and loads of new comments and subscribers. And then my analytics popped off. Some days I would gain like 30, 40 subscribers a day, and that's pretty good for a channel that only had like 100 subs. My sub count went from 100 to around 200 incredibly quickly in a matter of days. In fact, the growth was insane. Of course, I'm in my Discord server, blah blah blah. The money-making methods, they like didn't stop for a long time. There was no competition at all, except for Bobby, obviously, but I wasn't really in the same league as him. Anyone who tried to get onto the scene, they were just shut down, basically, because well, why would you go with them if you could just go for a more reputable person? Me and Bobby kind of, I guess, I don't know, led the way, if you could say. I kind of, because like, no, channels tried, yes, but they didn't get, well, obviously no one got the same views as Bobby, but none of them got the same views as me as well. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. After a month, the bazaar flipping methods died off. I was also quite embarrassed by them, as a lot of them would get bad dislike-like ratios, obviously, only naturally. Okay, so what I did to rectify this problem is I did some bazaar flipping methods and auction flipping methods. Now, auction flipping methods were quite easy to find using this website called iCheppy.dev. This website will tell you like the profit margins between two items. Basically, it will tell you the lowest bid of an item and then the bin of an item higher than it, and if the price between the two bins are like big, it will display it on the website. So that's how you can find really good auction flips, and I abused that website to get some banger auction flipping methods. But of course, auction flipping methods won't do as well as bazaar flipping methods, because bazaar flipping methods are very reliable, you could say. They're very reliable for the first time, as like an auction flipping method. Yeah, that might only work for literally one person, as it could only be one item. But a bazaar flipping method, like the bazaar system is so big that it's just gonna be epic. And that, I think the bazaar flipping methods were really good. However, of course, they did die, and I had to revert back to Skyblock content, normal Skyblock content, which I enjoyed anyway, because I like doing that stuff. That's like old Oskareow channel, and I'm trying to get back into it now. And I mean, it's hard, but it's definitely more enjoyable, and it makes for better content. And that content is still getting views, right? The views kind of carried on over, I guess, as I got subscribers. They're getting like 100, 200 views, 200 views, 500 views for some of them. That's pretty good, right, compared to the 30 views I got before. Alright, so in the dark side of money-making methods, there's really two, right? Two dark money-making methods. The first money-making method we're going to be talking about is scamming, okay? So one of my videos, which was how I got scammed for 20 million coins in Hypixel Skyblock, I got scammed for 20 million coins in Hypixel Skyblock, obviously. But the way they did it was a very popular scamming method that could make people hundreds of millions of coins every day, and it was insane. What they would do is use ghost items, right? They'd like take items out and like in of a backpack and stuff, and that would make a ghost item variant of it, and then they'd put that ghost item in a backpack. So if you hovered over the backpack in the trade menu, it would show as an item in there, but that item was really just a glitched item, and if it got traded, the item would vanish. And people would scam and literally get hundreds of millions of coins every day, and they became the richest players. And the thing is, because the Hypixel like helper team and like admins, I mean, they're good, but they don't really answer to like complaints and stuff, and like reporting. They don't really answer to reporting. A lot of these scammers would not get reported for months and months upon end, and they would just get, or they would get reported, but the admins would just ignore the request. So these scammers would just like go around their day taking everyone's stuff and selling it on the auction house for stupid amounts of money. And so that is probably one of the darker sides of money making methods, maybe even the darkest side. And yes, scamming is bannable, right? Technically bannable. I think the definition of the dark side of money making methods, like to be under this category, is it's bannable, and scamming is 100% bannable. The second dark side, the second money-making method that is in the dark side category is duping, right? Duping is an interesting money-making method, as if it is found by like an admin, it will instantly be shut down. So you often don't really hear about duping because people try and keep it incredibly secret, right? And like only like 10 people or something would know about a dupe, and then they just abuse it. One of the more known dupes was when Dante became mayor. The tax on the bazaar, the code was like wrong, and it meant that if you like bought instantly like 1,000 coins worth of oak wood or something, it would instantly sell for 1,500 coins, which means people could dupe like millions and millions of coins, and people did get banned for that. If you duped over 1 billion coins, you'd get banned. So yes, duping and scamming are both bannable, and I mean, they're both the best money-making methods. Of course, I do not endorse them. I think it's a terrible idea, and you will get banned eventually. It's not very sustainable. However, I wanted to find a money-making method, right, that was better than scamming, better than duping, and wasn't bannable. And this was the start of a very long adventure. Alright, so my quest for the ultimate money-making method had begun, okay? So I knew that, I mean, there were two ways I could go about this, really. I could find the best flipping method, or I could find the best passive money-making method. So I did both. So I started off with the passive money-making method, and I found out that the best method really was tarantula minions. So I got 20 tier 4 tarantula minions assembled like this, and this makes me around 1.5 million coins a day passively, right? Now this is assembled under an AFK dropper, which means I could make even more. These tarantula minions can create 1.5 million coins a day, and I'm not even AFKing here most of the time. I'm not collecting the chests down there either. So, I mean, this is insane. It could probably make 2 million coins a day. To optimize it, I also got a spider pet. I'm leveling it up, like, as it goes, but I mean, it has an EXP share. It makes spider and tarantula minions work 18.3% faster while on your island. That can go up to 30% faster. That's a pretty big buff. Each of these tarantula minions have super compactors and damage spreadings. I could get enchanted lava buckets and that'd probably be a very good investment, but currently I'm trying to save up for other things. So that, in my opinion, is the best passive money making method. Of course, the stock market changes, and so revenant minions may be better in some places, but tarantula minions are normally quite good. And I mean, you could argue sheep minions are sometimes better, yeah, but you could also argue like lapis minions are better. And no, snow minions are not the best passive money making method. Tarantulas are. Even if you're not on the island, tarantula minions still make more money than snow minions. And we're not going for the best mining XP setup, we're going for the best money making setup. So that is the optimal passive money making method. Let's go on to the ultimate flipping method. If you're wondering why I am trying to find the ultimate money making method, it's simple, because I give away lots of coins to my subscribers on my Discord server every day. Basically, I lose about 1 million coins a day just giving it to people. I mean, if you want some, just join the Discord server. Anyway, besides the point. So to find a flipping method is going to be a lot harder because the stock market changes. But I knew one thing off the bat, right? It was not going to be an auction flipping method, because an auction flipping method, it is not sustainable at all. The stock market varies so much. A auction flipping method can literally only work for 1 day, and then there can be completely different auction flipping methods because the price varies, and it's dependent on like the price of bins that users set up, not the general like going price, which is the bazaar. It's also not going to be an investment method, because investment methods are only really useful sometimes, like before a mayor or before an event, where you know the price is going to go up for that thing, so you like buy a lot of it. I mean, yes, it works, and you can learn the patterns for that, and that's a good money-making method, but you can't do that just any time, right? And I didn't really want a method like that, so I knew it had to be a bazaar flipping method. Now, the bazaar is quite stable at times, but it can also be quite unstable, so I need to find a method of I need to find something that's not going to be tampered with, right? Or at least the traffic that the item will get is very low, right? And I think I might have found it. So this is the forbidden strategy that I was talking about at the start of the video. Alright. This, ladies and gentlemen, is enchanted craft flipping. And this is the ultimate money making method. This is what you've all watched this video to find. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright. So it's pretty simple actually. Basically, if we are going to flip the spruce wood here, I spent 666,000 coins on 71,000 spruce logs. Price per unit was 9.3, okay? I am going to get an enchanted spruce log real quick. Right here. You are going to need a personal compactor for this, and I'm going to put it in my personal compactor. Right? I'm then going to empty out my inventory real quickly. I'll just put it into an ender chest page. Cool. And the final step is pretty simple. Just claim all the items. And repeatedly claim it. For a long time. I'll be with you when we're done. Okay, it's all claimed right here. We spent 666,000 coins on the spruce logs. And they're all going to sell for 724,000. Okay, 734,000. Now that is good. That's a lot of profit, and the spruce logs, especially for logs, right, they sell very relatively quickly. 71,000 sold in about an hour, which means if you can make like 100,000 an hour, that's not that bad passively. However, right, there's other items that you can do this on. Alright, so I'm gonna try it on oak logs now. So you can only order up to 71,680. So I'm gonna do that. And that's going for 408,000 coins. We'll wait for that to buy. Already 2,000 items have claimed, and it's barely been any time. While we're waiting, I'm just going to collect my tarantula minions real quick. Okay, tarantula minions collected. Bear in mind, that's only around like 10 hours of actual leaving them on, because I collected them 10 hours ago. So, I mean, that's pretty good profit. And in that time, 13,000 items have already been bought. And bear in mind, this method, right, not only is it incredibly sustainable, it can also be done on really expensive items. And it doesn't have to be done on blocks. It can be done on string, for example. So let's buy Let's try and find an expensive item. And a really good method of working out like how much money you're gonna get is if we take the buy price of the enchanted string, so 1,817, and the buy price of the string, 11.7, and we put it into a calculator, we can find, right, so 8 times 160 is 1,280, alright? So, and seeing as enchanted strings going for 1,800, that is 600 coins of profit, alright? That doesn't sound like much, but of course, that's a lot of profit if we actually work with it. Of course, string is going to sell really quickly as well. 71,680 string for 609k. Right here. And wait for that to sell. Wait for that to buy, sorry. That should buy relatively quickly as well. I'll be with you when it has. Already 27,000 of string has been claimed. Jesus Christ. So string is one I would 100% recommend. I bet you'll probably like buy fully in 10 minutes. And that is 600, like that's a lot of profit. Jesus, every 10 minutes. That is a lot. And also oak logs, a lot of people buy oak logs for minion chests, right? And they'd buy logs in bulk, obviously. So that's why oak logs are pretty good. Now I'm gonna set up one more, I think, again, we can use like a profit calculator. We might go with maybe spider eyes. We'll see how spider eyes go. I don't think spider eyes actually make much profit. Let's see. Okay, so we'd make around 200 coin profit from one enchanted spider eye. I mean, that's alright, I guess. It's not the best. I think I've got a good one. I think slime balls are actually going to go really well. Right, hold up. Slime balls will make like 500 coin profit, so I guess we'll do slime balls. And right on cue, the string has sold. The string is bought, sorry, I can't. So let's claim the string. Alright, so we spent 609,000 coins on the string. And then we're going to create a sell offer. 670,000. I mean, that is good profit. Think about that. If you could do that, right, you can have so many bizarre orders going at once, right? You can have 7 bizarre orders going at once. That is a lot of profit. You can just have that going on like in the background. And if you did it from like expensive items, again, that's a lot of profit. So that, in my opinion, is the ultimate money-making method, okay? It's going to be really hard to, like, for this to not work. Like, to not make any profit, because there's so many items that you can do this on. Right, so this is, in my opinion, the best money-making method ever, right? You might find a different one, and that's okay. Dungeons is probably a pretty good money-making method as well. And there are some auction flips, like flipping Storm, Necron Armor, stuff like that. Yeah, they're pretty reliable, but they require a lot of coins to do. And again, I don't really trust auction flipping methods. In conclusion, I think you should not go down the dark side of money-making methods. Okay, I think there's so many money-making methods that you can find that are almost better than the dark side of money-making methods, like this ultimate one right here. And they don't run the risk of you getting banned, which is always a good thing. And also, it makes you feel good inside. If you're scamming, you must have a pretty horrible soul. And I don't know how you can feel love and affection. Anyway, if you did enjoy, please leave a Anyway, if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. This video took like 3 days to make, to write the script for and everything. I hope you enjoyed it. It's the first Oskareow mini documentary. I was meant to be making one like 2 months ago, but this is the first one anyway. Hope you enjoyed it. There might be some more in the future. Don't know if they'll be about money-making methods. And yes, of course, I'm going to still make money-making methods. But just know this is the ultimate money-making method. Anyway, thanks for watching. Roll credits.